Shalom, Saints. S.C. Johnson, Daily Kingdom Moment. You know, it's not your duration of life that will be judged by, but rather our donation in life. And one of the things we have to realize on our headstones, that is tombstone, headstone, gravesite, you know, my dad passed 2002, and on his headstone, it has his name. It has literally a basketball carved into his headstone, and the inscription, the legend. He was a basketball legend. It has some other wording on it, but it has his birthday. That is his month, day, and year. And then it has a hyphen, and then it has the day he died, month, day, and year. Most people celebrate their birthday annually. Most people celebrate the homegoing of their loved one or friend's death date. Some mourn it, some celebrate it. But those aren't the most significant things. Whether you have a huge monument as a headstone or a small headstone, just a little wooden cross that says RIP, you're going to have your birthday and hyphen and your day of departure, sunrise, sunset. But the most significant thing on a headstone is not the words, it's a symbol. It's the hyphen between sunrise and sunset. Again, it's not your duration of life, but it's your donation in life. The nature of Yah, Abba, Daddy, Elohim, God who created all things, his nature is a giving nature. For he so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. Satan's nature is selfish, self-centered. He wants to steal, kill, destroy. He has the mentality that I have to go to hell, and I'm taking everyone with me. So hell enlarges itself. Broad is the way that leads to destruction. That narrow way is what we're on. And so what we have to realize is, Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, to everything there is a purpose and a time to every season under heaven, right? So what is time? It's a measured moment in eternity, right? It interrupts eternity. So you have a purpose, but you are a purpose. You are a purpose. And you're only given, we're only given an allotted time to get that thing done. Whether we recognize our purpose or not, the clock is ticking. It doesn't start ticking the moment you recognize. It starts ticking from day one. And that's why you realize God told Jeremiah, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I called thee to be a prophet. See, I knew thee and I called thee to be a prophet. His knowledge of you automatically imparts his purpose for you. So Proverbs 6:4 says, God created all things for himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. He's sovereign. We were chosen in him before the foundation of the world. That's in Ephesians 1:4. That chosen is kataboles. So before he slung the stars into existence, we were in his mind. And so the hyphen is the most important or significant markings on your headstone. They can give you all the accolades they want to. They can say you were a genius, you were great, all the scriptures, and rest in peace, rest in heaven, and all of that. He was a great father. And those are significant things. But ultimately, Yah reads the hyphen. No one can read your hyphen, right? And so we're not saved by works. It's a gift of God, lest any man should boast. It's not of ourselves, right? It's a gift of Yah. However, we're not saved by works, but if we're saved, we will have the works of God. Two things. God doesn't say to those who die in Christ faithfully, well said, thy good and faithful servant. He says, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Doing. Jesus, he came, no greater love as a man than this, for a man to lay down his life for his friends. He died because he loved us, but he died because he loved the Father. The Father loved us. Jesus, in his humanity, stopped in Gethsemane, said, Father, if there be some other way, I don't want to do this. My flesh doesn't want to do it. My spirit is willing. And so the Father sends an angel to minister to Jesus, and he says, nevertheless, not my will. I don't want to go to the cross, but your will be done. And so Jesus humbled himself and became obedient even to the death of the cross. And in doing so, God has highly exalted his name and given him a name which is above every single name. He had to bring himself into obedience. Why? Because real love is obedience. What did Jesus come to do? He was the lamb slain before the foundation of the world. Yeah, God was in Jesus, reconciling the world to himself. But what did Jesus ultimately come to do? He came to utter three words. It is finished. I've redeemed man. I bought him back by my blood. It is finished. It is finished. Right? What? My hyphen. This is what I come to do. Time of my departure is at hand. Paul said, I kept the faith, finished the course. I fought a good fight of faith. And I've done what I was supposed to do, right? And so that's what it is. Let's get that hyphen taken care of. Father, what is it that you want me to do? Let me complete it. Not duration of life. It's not an accomplishment to be 100 years old. All you do is just woke up the next day and continue to live or exist. But it's the donation in life. Who are you giving to? Who are you pouring into? What sacrifices are you making? When you've done it to others, you've done it unto Christ. When you've done it to the least of his, you've done it unto Christ. Let's get about doing instead of just the process of duration. Not length of life, quality of life. Jesus saved the world in 33 years on the earth. Martin Luther King, world renowned, 39 years on the earth. Malcolm X, world renowned, 39 years on the earth. Countless of others. It wasn't duration, it was their donation. I believe in you. Let's begin to donate time, treasure, talent. I love you. Shalom.